Friends, welcome to Manitowoc Cooperative Ministry Daily Devotions. I'm Pastor Judine Duerwaechter, and today I'm going to bring you a daily devotion on Psalm 143. And just again, a quick shout out. I've been bringing you these daily devotions this week with the colors in my wardrobe of blues, greens, and teals symbolizing apology. These are the colors of apology. And I'm inviting you to offer up your individual and on behalf of all humanity, an apology toward those who have been treated for hundreds of years, especially in this nation, with such inequality and abuses because of the abuse of power. And we're experiencing it profoundly in our world and in our nation right now with the ugly face of racism, violence, hate, and bigotry, as I've been speaking about all week. So on behalf of myself and humanity, I apologize for those individuals that have harmed, deeply harmed other human beings in the name of their own insecurity, in the name of their own need to abuse power to, of course, have them have a sense of self, which is really what we're going to talk about today. That's all their ego. Ego collectively, it manifests, is brutal. It's barbaric. And we need to move that ego out of the way, because within all of us, beneath that is love. So take a peek at my beautiful white roses that symbolize the unity that we all are in love. And let's take a listen to Psalm 143. I'll read to you the first 7 verses. Yahweh, hear my prayer. Listen to my pleading. Answer me faithfully and righteously. Do not put your servant on trial. No one is virtuous by your standards. An enemy who hounds me to crush me into the dust, forces to dwell in darkness like the dead of long ago. My spirit fails me, and my heart is full of fear. I recall the days of old. I reflect on all that you did. I ponder your deeds. I stretch out my hands like thirsty ground. I yearn for you. Quick, Yahweh, answer me before my spirit fails. If you hide your face much longer, I shall go down into the pit like the rest. Let dawn bring proof of your love. And again, it goes on for up until verse 12. So I invite you to take a read of that yourself. We have here a psalmist who has a very, very humble heart, requesting for God to intervene and protect, so to speak. And as I mentioned before, move out the ego, move out the fear-based thinking, so that the love-based thinking, where you are cared for by God, where you know you are loved by God, so that love-based thinking can be in your forefront. And this is how humility is displayed. If you ever have wondered, gee, what does humility look like? It looks like this. It looks like a humble heart that knows that there is something greater than yourself, that very thing that created you. I never could understand atheism because, no disrespect, but it's like, where do you come from? And then if there's all these reasons and excuses as to where you do come from, well, then where does that come from? And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if it all comes down to a big bang, yippee skippy, but where does that come from? So it's all a grand mystery, but I prefer to choose not to know it all, but to say, I don't know. And that humility allows for me to live in a far greater sense of peace, because I trust in something greater than myself, and I trust that that something loves me. And friends, this actually takes really great courage to be so humble as our psalmist is today, almost a begging and a pleading you could hear in his words. It takes a lot of courage to do this because we really are attached to our identity as someone who is strong or brave and someone who does know it all and someone who we can handle this, et cetera, et cetera. And that is a false identity. And I know you may not know me very well, but please, if at all, trust me when I share this with you. I have been there, and that is a false identity, and God loves you too much to want you to stay that way. So there will come a time, whether it's little by little, where those false identities begin to collapse, or sometimes it happens in one grand, fall. But this is the letting go of your ego. And that is actually wonderful. And we have evidence of it not just in the psalmist, 1,000 years before Jesus. We have evidence of it in the Apostle Paul right after Jesus. And Paul is the one who said, your strength is in your weakness. Your strength isn't in this illusion of your strength. That's your weakness. And it's taken me a long time to really discern and understand that, but I hope I finally have, and I'm sure that will even get to be more true and more real for me as I continue to chronologically age, just like everybody else. So your strength, friends, it's in what you would think is your weakness, where you say, I just don't know. I don't know what to do. God, I hear people say this to me all the time. I don't know what to do. And I say, good. You don't want to know what to do because you're just going to get in the way and you're just going to make it worse. So you don't know what to do. Love knows what to do. So sit yourself down and let the love stand itself up in you. And that love is connected to God. The love, the sophisticated intelligence of all the universe. It has the answers you've not even thought of. You could have never orchestrated the results that you are going to get from God when you just let go and let God. So move the ego out of the way, my friends. Have a blessed day. Wear your greens, blues, and teals to symbolize your voice of apology to your brothers and sisters in this world that have been mistreated by injustices. And remember to live, to love. Take care and see you next time. Bye-bye now.